Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we undertake a massive challenge as I try to create the definitive, updated, and improved version of a beginner's guide for this game. If you're a new player, welcome. I hope I can help you learn a lot about Pitter Patter Pop, and for those who are coming for specific tips, timecodes will be in the description for any major topic change. Without further ado, let us get into this. As you open the game, one thing will become very apparent very quickly, and that is that the game is all in Japanese. And yes, there is no way to change it. Thankfully, the game has some of the most simple UI that there is to understand, and you can get a hang of it in no time, especially with this guide. For translations, I've linked the JoJo Pitter Patter Pop Discord and the JoJo Pitter Patter Pop subreddit, both of which post all the translations you could need and have people ready to answer any questions you have about the game. The first thing we are going to talk about is navigating the UI. As you finish the starter tutorial, you will quickly wonder what to do. The game sets you free the moment you get out of that tutorial, so you have completely free roam of what to do. Most people, however, will want to get into some battles, which is exactly what you should do. On the main menu, or as it is usually referred to as the apartments, which is what you see on screen here, where you can put your units in apartments, you will click the large button at the bottom of your screen, and this will pull up the event list. All of these are active events in the game at the moment, and some of which are limited time. If the event has a date written under the icon, this means it will be leaving on that date, so be sure to complete those before they leave. Once you find an event you want to play, click on its icon to bring it up. If you want to back out of an event you pulled up, just press the left arrow to go back to the apartments, or click the button on the right to select another event. You may be wondering, what is that little circle with the character's face on it you are seeing? That, my friends, is a stage. You must complete stages to earn rewards and proceed through the event card. As you can see, these are the little faces I'm talking about in the script here. This style event is known as an event card. Event cards are 12 pages long, with 5 battles within each page. When you've highlighted the battle you want to take on, click the large button in the bottom center of your screen. This pulls up what I call the pre-fight menu. Here you can back out with the left arrow button, commence the fight with the big button in the middle, or change your team on the right. If you feel the desire to change around your team, click the bottom right button. Here you will see a couple things of interest. First, on the left, above the bottom UI buttons, you will see the character swap button, which can be used to make teams. More about this later in units. Then to the right, you will see the stickers tab, which I will discuss in a separate video as it is not really a beginner topic. For now, go ahead and go back to the pre-fight menu with the left arrow. You see those 4 icons? The lightning, coin, time, and star? Those are power-ups. You can buy those with coins or diamonds, and you can switch it by pressing the small yellow button above them. Please never spend diamonds on power-ups, as they are your main currency to do summons. More on this in Currencies. Once you have picked your team, go ahead and click the large button to start the battle. But before you win, you need to know the battle mechanics. The time has come. You see your opponent, and you need to make quick work of them. Let's discuss the UI of the battle, though, before we get into the combat. At the top right, you will find the pause button. Here you can adjust the sound effects, voices, more on this during units, and music. You also find buttons for quitting the battle and resuming. And that's really all there is to the battle UI. So let's get into the fight. You will deal damage by matching corresponding character icons on your 6x6 board. A match must have at least 4 panels, but it can be as big of a match as you want. You can drag a tile anywhere around the screen, so don't be scared to really move them around. A worthy tip is if you match 6 or more tiles in a single match, you will receive a box panel. You can drag this around just like any normal panel, but when you click on it, it folds out in all directions, replacing all panels around it except for whole panels with that character's panels. Boxes are incredibly important, so become adjusted to using them. As you make matches in quick succession, your combo number will increase. The higher your combo, the more your damage is. So try to keep matches as fast as possible. If you take too long to take a match, your combo will reset. As you go on with the fight, you're going to notice a little blue line filling up around the border of your screen. This is the meter to stand up, which is basically a whole separate mode inside of combat, where when you match panels, instead of folding and disappearing, they turn into stand-up panels, which do increased damage, so you want to match as many as you can. If you make large square matches, you can turn them into larger matches. You can make 2x2s, 3x3s, 4x4s, 5x5s, or even the elusive 6x6s. which do crazy damage. The higher the match, the more damage it will do. But during this, the little blue bar that you filled up is running down, so be sure to use your time wisely. Once that bar runs out, the panels will be absorbed by your front character, and they will deal a massive blow. There is one last part of the battles, which is arguably the most important part. See those stars under your units? Those are skill meters. Make matches to fill it up, and then once it is glowing, you can use it. Go ahead and tap on them, and it's going to activate their skill, as you just saw me do in the gameplay. And every skill is different for each character, whether it be Jonathan placing his tiles on the board or Dio stopping time. Yes, he can do that. The skills are always fun to use and experiment with. Every character has a unique one, so be sure to try them all out. If you win the fight with 1/3 of the time left on the clock, you'll enter Rush Time. Rush Time is a mode where you can make rapid matches to earn more coins. However, it isn't required. If it isn't your thing, don't worry. There's a skip button at the top right you can click to skip right through it. After everything is over, your units will hit a victory pose, and all you have to do is click on the screen to continue. After this, you will reach the results screen where you see a couple of things. You'll see the coins that you earned, and the furniture points that you earned. More on them later. Then you will see the XP you gained for your units, whose XP bars will begin to fill up. When they fill up completely, they will reach a new level, and for every 5 level increment, they will reach their level cap, which has to be unlocked with coins. After you beat a stage, you're usually going to earn some diamonds, which go into your gift box. On the apartment screen, on the right side there's a little present icon that will normally have a red dot over it indicating there's something in it. You can open it, and at the very top you will see your rewards. Now these can be anywhere from hearts, as you see here, or diamonds, or coins, or even chests, which are rewards for the hardest stages. Click on the little orange text box inside of their icon to claim them. The hearts are extra lives, which you can use when you run out of hearts. The game by default gives you 5, which after used refill 1 by 1 every 15 minutes. Other than that, that's really all there is for battling. So now let's talk about what we all want here: money and characters. When successfully completing battles, you earn coins, which can be used for a variety of things. The main ones are doing coin pulls, buying power-ups, and increasing units' level caps. If you beat the stage condition, which is almost always win the fight and enter rush time, like I discussed earlier, you get the stage's reward, which is usually some diamonds, which are used for the big ticket items, banners. To get to the banner screen, go to the apartment screen and click the bottom left button. This is going to take you to the poll screen, and by God, get used to this music, because you are going to hear this just on loop forever, and it's going to haunt you. Here you will see all of the banners. There are many kinds of them, so I'm going to go into them now. You have your coin pull at the very top of the screen. 10,000 for a single, 100,000 for a 10 pull. You know what, just for the video, we'll go ahead and do one right here. We got a BR. We got Hall Horse. Now, coin pulls have very low rates. Don't expect to get anything good from coin pulls. They're really just kind of there to do. Sometimes you'll get good characters from it, but really they're kind of, it's eh. But then below them you'll have your main banners, which are usually limited time events, but sometimes nothing will be out, and you'll see the regular JoJo banner, which is this one right here. Just a little tip, never summon on this. There's no point. Just don't do it. But what about those limited banners? Great question. A limited banner is a banner that contains one or more limited characters, which is shown by the red icon next to the characters. As you can see here, Fugo and Narancia is a character, and they have a little red icon right here indicating that they are limited. And then over here for Pulpo and Mista, these guys are non-limited, meaning you can get them in the coin pull, the regular JoJo pull. You can get them anywhere. And then as you can see here, here's the date. On this day, this banner will be going away. So if you want to get the characters, you have to be sure to try to summon them before that date comes, and the banner will go away, and the limited character will be locked away for a while. Normally characters come back every 4 or so months, but some characters are just deemed really elusive and don't return for upwards of a year. So if you really want a character, you've got to try. Some notable ones are voiced Part 4 Jotaro, who stops time and busts a ton of panels on the board, voiced Risotto, who litters the screen with high damaging risotto tiles, and Diavolo, who skips right through the game and goes into stand-up automatically. And yes, I said voiced. If you remember earlier about that voice volume adjuster, some units in the game are voice acted. Their skills have lines playing and they talk during attack animations, victory screens, and some extra things. Voiced units are entirely different from their non-voiced counterparts, and there is no way to evolve a non-voiced unit into their voiced version. So, if you have, let's say, you have non-voiced Jonathan, which is one of the starter characters, you cannot turn him into voiced Jonathan, who is unlimited. You just have to pull both of them. They're two separate characters, and they are not interchangeable. So our main type of banner, like the one you see on screen here, is an Aura banner, where a single pull costs 50 diamonds and a 10 pull costs 450. There is, however, another kind of banner. Those banners. You know those cousins at Thanksgiving that no one really talks to, but they show up anyways? That is the Step Up banner. The Step Up banner, instead of having a flat rate in price, changes between pulls. This is what a Step Up looks like right here. You can only do multis for Step Ups, and each step has a different price. Step 1 is 200 and has no bonuses. Step 2 is 300 and usually doubles a unit's rate to 1%. Step Up rates are usually 0.5%, which is very bad. Step 3 guarantees a gold rare at the end of the multi. Step 4 gives you some level tickets used to level up your units. And Step 5 guarantees you a featured unit. You can tell who's featured by whose faces appear on that 5th step. As you can see here, we have Hayato, Kosaku, and Dice Rohan. Only Kosaku and Dice Rohan are limited. Hayato is non-limited, and you can tell by that little pink bubble next to his name, meaning he is not limited. Those are the only two kinds of banners, so learn their ups and downs well. And you might have one thing nagging in the back of your mind. What about those furniture points I talked about? From the apartment screen, click that little shop icon to the left. This is the general shop screen where you'll see a couple things. You will find where you can buy diamonds. You can find your opening chest screen, which I will discuss in a later tutorial. And you can find this, where we're not even going to get into these yet, because these actually start to get into pretty advanced stuff. We'll talk about those at a later date. But if you click on this big gray button here, this opens up the furniture store. Now, there's actually no furniture here for me, because I own all of them, but I can go to the premium ones. Basically, when you beat stages, you earn these little blue tickets up here, these little blue points. When you have enough, you can buy furniture to decorate your unit's apartments, and it's just kind of fun. You know, you can buy stuff like this. Actually, I earned that one, but like this. It looks really nice. It looks cool. So you can just kind of deck your units out, or deck your units' rooms out, but it isn't super in-depth, but it's fun. Our final topic of today is units and how to manage them. When you've done some polls, and hopefully gotten some cool limiteds, off the apartment screen, click the bottom right button with your unit's heads. This brings up that screen from before. Click the left middle button to open what is called your box. All of your units are going to be stored in here, and you can swipe around to look at all the ones you have. As you can see, I have a whole lot. I've been playing for a very long time. To switch one with another, if you want to change your team, drag their face where you want them to go on the team. So if I want to play with voice cars, and I don't want to play with Okuyasu, I drag him and drop him on Okuyasu. And I can, interchange them. Now be careful though. You cannot have two of the same character on the same team. Now this rule is a little bit flexible. What I can show you is, as you can see here, I have voiced part 4 Jotaro. You can tell by the little microphone he has that he is voiced. If I go to find non-voiced part 4 Jotaro, I cannot put him there. I can put him where the voice one is, but I cannot put them on the same team. But there is some leverage. Like I can put voiced part 3 Jotaro with voiced part 4 Jotaro. So, it's kind of flimsy sometimes. You can find some workarounds, and I know there's one with Kira, where like you can put, I think I can actually show it. I can put Kosaku Kira, and then normal Kira on a team. There's just some weird little rules, but most of the time you can know. You can't put I can't put Paul Nerf and Iggy and Paul Nerf on the same team. So there are some limits to it. And if you want to see a unit closer, tap and hold on their small icon, or you can click on the top right of their little box where that button is, and it'll zoom in on them. Here you can see a few things. Their level, which you can click on this plus and feed them tickets if you want to artificially increase their level instead of grinding them. A unit's default max level is 50, however it can go up to 80 with the awakening system. Like here you can see my unit's level is 80, but then for units like voice part 4 Jotaro, it's 50. Then on the bottom you see their skill description. Obviously it's in Japanese, so I recommend turning to the subreddit or Discord to ask about skills, or check out the PPP unit encyclopedia, which I have linked in the description. If you click on the next plus next to their skill, you can see the skill tickets. Now this is used to upgrade their skills. Let me go to a character which I don't have upgraded to make this a little easier to describe. We'll go to Shigechi. So here you can see they have 5 different levels, and you can spend these little skill tickets down here to increase their level. And what this does is it basically enhances their ability. So going from skill level 1 to 2, you can see Shigechi's ability goes from 2 to 3, and then at skill level 4 it goes from 3 to 5. And then here you can see this number on the right is the cooldown. So his character's ability starts with a 60 cooldown, and it can be reduced to 50 by skill level 5. Skill level 1 is obviously a character's objective worst, and 5 is their best. As you increase their skill level, however, it will take more skill tickets to increase to the next one. It is 60 to skill level 2, 120 to 3, 240 to 4, and 480 to 5. You can, however, also increase skill levels by pulling dupes. So try to pull dupes of units to not only increase skill level, but awaken them, which I will discuss in another video. Other than that, that's the basics of unit management. And there you have it. That's the complete beginner's guide for Pitter Patter Pop. If this video does well, I will definitely do an advanced guide, as I left some topics out, such as journeys, the gift system, and awakening. But I didn't want to overload the beginner's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hoped I help you all out and start journeying this wonderful game. Happy polls out there if you summoned since my last video. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.